title page, and as you can see, the name of the story, A Day in London, is written here. We can see a signboard of green color which shows London goes train, Woolwich, you have to turn, and parking. We can see a white color of car on the road, and we can see Grand's head in Biff's head, and Biff is looking all around. Some children else are sitting in the car, and we can see an airplane flying up in the sky. We can see some white clouds, blue color of sky. A Day in London. This series is created by Roderick Hunt and illustrated by Alex Brenta. Okay, let's move on to page number 1. Let's turn the page. Here we can see a white color of car, and we can see Gran in that car. Gran is driving the car, and she's waving at the children. 3 children are standing on the doorstep. We can see a green color of door, and the children are standing on the doorstep. All the children are happy, very happy, as Gran came to stay with them. Kipper said, "I love Gran as she comes to stay with us." They ran outside to greet her. "It's fun," she says. Gran brought presents for everyone. She gave Mom and Dad an ornament, and she gave Biff and Chip a keyboard, and Kipper some golf clubs. Everyone was very happy. Gran said, "I have another surprise for you." She gave the children some funny-looking parcels, green, gray, and pink. "What are they?" said Kipper. "They are boomerangs," said Gran. Children wanted to see how the boomerang works. Gran took them outside in the lawn. We can see some flowers and some trees, bushes, and you can see Gran, and behind Gran are Chip and Biff, and behind the door we can see Dad. And Kipper is on the other side. We can see he is very happy. He is jumping, and he's having fun. Gran threw the boomerang in the air, and through the air it whizzed. "Oh, watch out," said Gran. Floppy put his head down. Kipper wanted to play with the golf clubs, and Gran showed him how to play. She hit the ball so hard, it hit the window, it smashed the window, and window, you can see it shattered. "Oh no," said Gran. Next day, some children came to play over. Biff, Chip, and Kipper showed them the gifts which Gran had brought. They showed them the keyboard, and the children were too happy to play it. Biff was trying the flute, and Chip had a mouth organ, a small one, and Kipper also had a mouth organ, and he was busy playing it. Gran said, "Let's make a band." That is peeping from behind the door, and Chip is playing with drums with 2 sticks in his hand. He's turned the page over, and he made it a drum, and he's playing with the drums. And we can also see that Chipper is playing with his mouth organ. Anita is playing with the guitar. She's playing the guitar. It made a lot of noise. What was Gran do next? I hope she's was the children, said Mom. Gran had promised to take the children on an outing, so all the children put their handbags and they started to sit in the car. There's a white color of car. We can see Gran and Dad discussing something on the map, and off they go. Gran said, "We can take Nadim and Anina too." As they were heading to lunch, Mom said, "All of you get in the car and take care after Gran. Stop her from getting into trouble." Gran said, "It's not so easy. Anyway, we will take care of it." Okay, let's turn the page now. Gran took all the children, and all the way she parked the car, and she told the children, "Let's move." She parked the car and their way to the tube. "Let's take the tube. That's the best way around." So the children are very happy. And oh my god, a lot of rush here. That's why the children could squeeze. No matter how they call it the tube, because everyone gets squeezed here. Tube is the underground train which is used for traveling all over London. They went to the Trafalgar Square. On top of the column there was the statue of Nelson. There were lots of pigeons around. Gran fed nuts to the pigeons. It was fun. All the children enjoyed a lot. They saw the Buckingham Palace. This is the royal palace with the Queen lives. Gran said, here the Queen lives. And Nina said she might be busy looking after so many rooms. Oh my god, this white amazing look. It's enormous, said the children. Good, we can see some guards. And young guard standing on the gate. Meanwhile, as they were looking around at the palace, a big car drove past them. Oh, everyone waved and looked inside, but the children couldn't see. Oh, maybe it's the Queen, they said. They sat on a ferry boat and they went in the Thames River and they sat on a train. They saw the Tower Bridge, which is famously known as the London Bridge. They saw the power tower. They saw the bridge opening. It was so nice and amazing, and the cold wind was blowing. It became cold. Never mind, said Gran. Next I'm going to take you somewhere warm. Next they went to Madame Tussauds Waxworks Museum. What are waxworks? Said Keeper. Famous people are made models of wax and kept there for visiting the museum, so they are called Waxworks Museum. Who are all these people? Said Kipper. This is Queen Victoria of London, and these are all her grandchildren. Oh my god, a lot of grandchildren, said Daddy. Queen Victoria must be very fierce. She looks so fierce. Gran, she won't like you. Even I won't like her either. I don't like to be a queen. That's a very hard job, said Gran. They all started looking at a street scene. We can see a statue of a Scotland Yard guard, and we can see statues of some people. This is how was London a few years back. These are all poor children who could not study. This boy is a sweep. His work was to sweep down chimneys and all the soot from them. Children did not go to school those days. They had to work instead. This boy who's carrying some brushes was a sweep. His work was to go on the chimneys and brush down soot. This is how London was a few years back. The children were very poor. They did not go to school. They had to work instead. You can see a boy who's carrying brushes. He's a sweep. His work is to sweep down chimneys and soot from them. And you can see a boy who's carrying a ladder. These are all masons. Gran went off to look at the royal family while the children stayed back at the street scene. Gran should not go all alone by herself, said Bill. She can't do any harm in here, said Jeff. Gran's handbag fell down and some of her money rolled over among the models. So she bent down to pick it up and she fell among she knocked off the waxworks and all of them fall over. Gran picked the models up and put their heads back on. I don't believe it, said Biff. This is what happens when I let you out of sight. Don't just look at me, just pick up the models and give me the heads so that I fix them up. Oh no, said Biff, this is what happens when I let you out of sight. Don't just stand there, help me out. They picked up models and put their heads back on. They look strange, said Anina. I don't think they are proper. They are not right. A lady ran in and she was cross with Gran. In the first place, I don't know how you knocked up the models. How can it be? It's never happened before. The lady showed them the way out. All the children's heads were bent down and Gran was sorry. I'm sorry, said Gran, but the lady was very angry and she showed them the way out. All of them sat in the car. Bev said, this is the last time, they won't let Gran in. Chip said, Gran didn't mean to knock over the models. All of them were at last home. Their car was on an apreciate type of van, and they were at last home. We can tell Mom some of the adventures. At last we're home. So that's the end of the story. Hope you like it. If you like it, please do subscribe my channel. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.